No, that's cool.
Keep flying me as long as you can.
Okay.
Go straight with me. Hold it off, hold it off, hold it off. Keep going. Hold it off, hold it off. More. Keep holding it, keep holding it, keep holding it. Good. Things level with your hands.
So why are there 3 of us in this airplane when it's supposed to be 104 in density altitude, 9,000, 14 gusting 23, gentlemen?
Because you said let's go fly.
I said let's go fly in October.
You said let's go fly a glider with a more of a greenhouse canopy than this.
I know. So in October, every year my wife gets me a gift certificate on my birthday to do something deadly in a aviation type. I think she's trying to kill me. The last thing we did was James and I went and did a paramotor. Not a paramotor. What was that thing we did? A trike?
Powered trike.
Power trike.
Power trike. That's right.
And then on my birthday, my most recent birthday, which I will point out was 9 months ago, she got me a gift certificate for a glider. And then James's gal messaged me and said, "Hey, what's this thing that your wife does on your birthday? Because she's trying to kill you now too."
Yes.
And so many months later, we are now actually capitalizing on the glider flight. We are going to go to Big Q at Midway Regional Airport, and we're going to fly gliders.
You have a taxi assess on the taxiway. Yep.
Really awesome.
What do you say?
You have assess on the taxiway.
Say again?
Yes.
Saw your video you posted last night about your commercial training. Really good one.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, James. When people outside the plane recognize me, that trumps whatever you guys inside the plane.
What was the fuel problem?
You'll have to stick around and find out, won't you?
Damn it.
I'm not getting my commercial.
Fuel line broke, but it's fixed now, as you can see. Am I trailing anything?
Well, maybe your pride, but no, I don't.
How's our smoke system working?
Oh, sorry, I touched
No,
the
you're
flaps.
good.
Actually, I'm not sorry. I don't even need to touch the flaps. I just saw that.
Touching is not bad, but when you rub it, it's weird.
Well, it's more for me than you. Alright, heels on the floor. There's 40. There's 50. 60. She's getting light, I love it. There's 70. Oh, she wants to dance. Come on. There's 80. Let's go flat. There's a good one. Plenty of gears coming up. This plane doesn't care.
It loves to fly.
So we flew from slightly north of Dallas to slightly south of Dallas to Midway Regional. Once we got close, we could start to hear a little bit of glider-centric chatter in the pattern, and then we could see a couple of gliders being towed out of the pattern. Okay, so we got those guys. We got a guy.
Traffic coming 74687 from left base for 18 full stop.
I've got the Grumman on base.
Yep.
We're going to overfly.
Alright.
Midway Regional, Comanche 20, Papa is 2 miles west of the field. Going to overfly midfield, join left downwind. 18 full stop, Midway.
There's a tow and a glider, yellow. Yep.
There's traffic Grumman 74687, turn in final 18 full stop, midway traffic.
Yep.
Hey, this is the last glider flight for this round. This is a full stop on this one.
I hope so.
Uh-oh. It means they're sweating their asses off. Alright, I don't see anybody else.
I don't either. We picked a really popular day to go fly, surprisingly. Once we got on the ground, the very first step was to meet with Carol from Big Q Aviation. She and her husband Pete run this operation. And I know generally when we do these videos, it looks like we're just willy-nilly joyriding in airplanes and throwing caution to the wind. The fact of the matter is, safety is taken very seriously. Carol gave us a pilot briefing like we would be given if we were going to be flying solo in these gliders as pilot in command. She gave us the lay of the land, showed us landmarks that were important, and told us what altitudes we needed to be at, and most importantly told me to quit filming her. But she's my new best friend, and so you guys are going to meet her.
In any case, so we'll land, the gliders will touch down somewhere here or here, and then come to a stop around Charlie. If they stop just short of Charlie, then the tow plane can go across here and pull the rope all the way across, and the boy can grab the end of it without having to laboriously reel it in. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. What are we doing, Eric?
We are going out to put GoPros on the tow plane and the glider.
On the tow plane and the glider. So
we're at Big Q Aviation in Midlothian, Midway Regional Airport.
Yeah.
And James is on the other golf cart.
You're going to want to use your feet a lot to stay coordinated. And we'll do some
if we have a chance, we'll do some air work. We'll do some stalls, we'll do some turns and that sort of thing.
Cool.
And just play around with what it feels like.
All right, I'm excited.
Midway traffic, tow plane 9761, Papa departing runway 18 with glider in tow, midway.
All right.
All right, so you got your hand on the stick,
Got my
feet
hand on the
the
stick,
pedals.
feet on the pedals.
We're gonna keep the wings level.
Okay.
Looking straight at the tow pilot. Use your peripheral vision for the wings level.
Okay.
And you're steering with your feet, wings level. There you go. Now bring the nose up slightly.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Right there. Hold that there. Now we're flying. We're waiting for him to climb. Hold right there. Now as he climbs, I want you to keep him on the horizon. Come on up. Relax your grip. Relax.
Yeah, I do have a death grip.
I know.
There we go.
There you go. So keep the rudder right up the middle of his back and keep the tow plane on the horizon. That's the perfect position. Very nice.
When you're flying a glider behind a tow plane, you're challenged to use just about every flying skill in your bag. You gotta be a good stick and rudder pilot, heavy emphasis on the rudder. I had sort of thought that the plane just pulled the glider and there really wasn't anything you needed to do, but that's not correct at all. You're flying the glider and you have to be fairly precise, otherwise you can very negatively impact the tow plane. You have to try to keep the tow plane in a specific spot. For instrument pilots, imagine trying to fly an ILS, only the ILS is moving as well. When being towed, the controls are very sensitive and the tiniest movement makes a dramatic position shift relative to the two aircraft. I know you know this, but every time I release my grip, it gets smoother.
Amazing, it is.
Isn't it?
Stays up in the sky when we don't
Yeah.
when we let go.
While being towed, Pete showed me a maneuver called boxing the wake. The tow plane generates a wake, and we basically flew a square pattern around the wake that was being generated by the plane. This maneuver allows you to position the glider in different points behind the tow plane without hitting the wake turbulence from the cub that was pulling us. I can't imagine a reason I would ever have used the term wake turbulence and cub in the same sentence. It's certainly there. After boxing the wake, we flew down through it, and then we flew back up through it just to see what that felt like. It's not overly dramatic, but it's certainly present when you have those giant wings hanging out there.
Yeah, so go ahead and go down.
So I'm just going straight down?
Yep, straight down. There's the wake right there. Keep going.
Keep going? Oh, yeah.
Through it.
Okay.
There we go. Perfect. Let's hold that position a little bit.
Once we got to the altitude we'd planned for, the glider pilot pulls a release and the two planes go their separate directions. Once no longer attached to the line, it gets quieter and a lot more relaxing because now you're only worried about one aircraft rather than two. If you understand the concept of adverse yaw, the glider does a great job of illustrating this. Pete had me bank the aircraft using no rudder input at all. The drag from those ailerons way out on the wingtips pulls the nose dramatically. You can see here when I bank without using any rudder, the nose swings a great deal. On the other hand, adding the appropriate rudder input along with the bank keeps the nose pointed straight ahead.
Alright, I gotcha.
Here we're doing a steep turn, which is interesting visually due to that long wing pointing at the ground, but not much different than any steep turn in any other aircraft that you might have experienced. I wanted to see a stall in the airplane just to see what the characteristics of the glider were. It wasn't any different than a stall in any other airplane. It was very benign actually, and not really a big deal at all, but it was kind of fun. Another thing I found interesting is that it was a hot and bumpy day, and gliders like hot, bumpy weather. Glider pilots will seek out very hot thermals so they can get some free lift while they're flying, and that air tends to be bumpy. However, the wings on the glider are really long and they have a lot of flex and they have a lot of give, so while it's really bumpy out, it's not as jarring as flying through the bumps in a typical GA aircraft with a more rigid wing.
Wings level with your hands. Wings level. Keep the wings level. All the way to the stop. Keep them level. Keep them up. Keep looking straight ahead. Wheel brake. Wings level. Fantastic.
That was awesome. Oh man, that was just incredible. Yeah. So we're here with Ben from Big Q Aviation. We just landed the Super Cub and we towed, what is that? It's a Grob 103?
Grob 103.
Okay, and you are a glider pilot and also a tow pilot?
Yes.
All right, how does one become a glider pilot?
If you are already a pilot, if you already are a private or a commercial pilot, you take lessons when you get to the point of solo, and you've got to do either 10 solo landings for a private or 20 solo landings for a commercial.
Commercial glider?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess this is a commercial glider operation. Okay.
Yeah. Well, with the commercial glider, basically you can give rides for money.
Yeah, you're not taking people.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. You're not doing sightseeing.
I want to go to Philadelphia. All right,
yeah.
get my glider.
There are no glider charters.
And so the other thing, obviously, we're in a tow plane. How do you go? If I'm a private pilot, I just want to become I'm getting my commercial in July, hopefully, if everything goes well. Let's say I wanted to be a tow pilot and I wanted to come here. What's the training look like?
Yeah, so essentially there's a training requirement, like a ground school requirement.
Okay.
And then, you have to do a minimum of 3 tows or simulated tows.
All right, well, cool. Thank you for letting me do this. The glider
Absolutely.
piece. Oh, they're already back. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I appreciated it. That was an absolute blast. I know some of the dates were confusing. This was filmed back in July before I just went head first into 19 different things. So I know the timing seemed weird. Here we are in October. Anyway, that was a tremendous amount of fun, both flying the glider and also the tow plane. If you are interested in gliding or learning more about gliding or just kind of taking, I guess, the equivalent of a discovery flight, I guess is sort of what we did, check out Big Q Aviation. They are in south of Dallas at Midway Regional Airport. I'll put a link in the description. It's bigqaviation.com. And go visit Carol and Pete. They run that operation, and they are some of the awesomest people. So if you're able, it's a fantastic place to go and get your first glider ride or even work on getting a glider rating. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. You guys be safe, fly smart. I'll catch you in the next one. Click this link to see the most recent video upload. Click this link to see a video that YouTube thinks you might like. Click this link to subscribe to my channel.